Good evening, everyone. Happy New Year. Hope everyone is doing well. It seems that I may be really loud there. I'm going to turn that. Nothing like blowing out your ears the first year. So Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you for being here. It's been a long time since I've seen everybody. Yeah, blowing me out. So it's all good to see you. Thank you so much for keeping us up. Aviation Geek, it is hey yo, good to see you, bro. And Arcade Mac, who's not going to be joining us tonight. He is, of course, out and about. He was going to join us and then actually got stuck in IRL, as they say, flying around. So I believe he's out in Northern England, Budapest, Ireland. And so that leaves our good friend Charlie 31 and myself, Captain Hawk, and myself, and we're gonna hammer out this Thursday night flight and have a great time. So let me get the aircraft set up and get a little used to the cameras here. We've got some new stuff, and of course we've got First Officer Dakota down there. So hope you guys have a great time, and I'll touch base with you on our flight plan, and we're gonna go from there. So thanks for being here. Check us out at bravo737.com, and of course, if you like this type of content, feel free to jump on the subscribe. So, all right, Happy New Year, guys. We'll get to it in just a second.
Welcome aboard Bravo 737. My name is Peter, and the rest of the crew, Lindsay and Ruth, are excited to have you on board. We are here to ensure your flight is safe and comfortable. Please refer to the safety card located in the seat pocket in front of you, and focus your attention on the video screen in the headrest, as the video will explain the safety features of this Boeing 737 aircraft.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Bravo 737, your ticket to soaring the skies with confidence. As we prepare for takeoff in this Boeing 737, we kindly ask for your attention to our safety announcement. Buckle up, because safety is our top priority, and we're about to make it as thrilling as a plot twist in a suspense novel. Our seatbelts are not just accessories, they're your trusty sidekicks during turbulence. When the seatbelt sign illuminates, please return to your seat and fasten your belt securely. If you're feeling rebellious, remember that gravity is the ultimate villain. In case of sudden cabin depressurization, oxygen masks will drop from the ceiling like unexpected plot twists. Secure your own mask before assisting others. Breathe deeply, as if you've just discovered the final clue in a mystery novel. Look around. You'll find emergency exits like secret passages in a castle. Count the rows to the nearest exit, because you never know when you'll need to escape like a spy fleeing a covert mission. Remember, the nearest exit might be behind you, just like that plot twist you didn't see coming. Your life vest is your flotation device, your literary buoyancy aid. In the unlikely event of a water landing, inflate it by pulling the red tabs. Don't worry, it won't turn you into a character from The Little Mermaid. Instead, you'll be ready to swim like a protagonist chasing their dreams. Smoking is prohibited on this flight. If you absolutely must light up, consider doing it metaphorically. Ignite your passion, spark creativity, or set fire to your bucket list. But please, no actual flames. We're not aiming for...
Okay, we've got good fire on engine number 2. We're looking on engine number 1. We should be set here in just a moment.
Right,
Remember,
Kolkata.
even the most riveting ebook can't distract you from the view outside. The Real World is our best-selling novel,
And
you're a
Channel 69,
character in
taxi to
every
runway
chapter.
1 right via
In the
Delta,
unlikely event of an
Kolkata.
emergency landing, assume the brace position. Pretend you're a detective dodging bullets or a superhero landing after a daring rescue. Chin to chest, hands on head, because every hero needs a dramatic entrance. Thank you for choosing Bravo 737. Our crew is here to assist you, just like loyal sidekicks in an epic quest. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. And remember, life is an adventure, so let's write this chapter together, one altitude at a time.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will soon be cleared for takeoff. Please ensure your seatbelt is fastened low and tight. Tray tables and seat backs are upright and locked, and all carry-on items remain stowed. Small handheld items may be held or secured. We will be turning off the cabin lights for departure. Your reading light is above you. The crew will be making one final pass through the cabin. Thank you.
5 by 5. Kolkata traffic, radio check. Kolkata traffic, radio check. Kolkata traffic, Shadow 69, crossing runway 1 left.
Okay,
at
there goes
Delta,
Troy
Kolkata.
31, and we're going to follow him out. So we'll make the call.
Kolkata traffic, Shadow 69, lining him up, runway 01 right, Kolkata. Kolkata traffic, Shadow 69, departing runway 01 right, Kolkata. Kolkata traffic, Shadow 69 climbing through 1,000 feet. Kolkata traffic, Shadow 69 climbing through 2,500, last call Kolkata.
Okay guys, well we're having some control issues with the rudder panel, so we're trying to work this out. Give us a second, we'll work the problem. And yeah, it's good to be back. Okay guys, we're back on it. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, we're gonna depart. It looks like Shadow 69. Yeah, okay. It's just... Okay, Captain Hawk is gone, so... Okay, we're gonna get out of here as soon as possible. Okay, here we go, guys. Toga. Engine stable.
80 knots. V1, rotate. Positive reading climb.
Gear up. Nice cloudy day here in India. Just looking for a little bit of precipitation. Looks like we're gonna have a nice breakout here pretty soon. I'm gonna go ahead and shake the cobwebs off and follow the flight director at least up to 10,000. We'll see. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and grab the autopilot and engage that. So tonight we're flying the Spirit of Colorado, which is 737-800. So that's the PMDG, trusted PMDG aircraft. We've got a couple of things going on tonight. We're going to fly from basically Kolkata up to, man, I just blanked out, into ZULS, and then from ZULS over to Parrellel. And so these are pretty difficult little arrivals. So the idea is that we've been basically taking these little waypoints more and more difficult, challenging, and so we started the year with a couple of challenging flights in Europe, and hopefully here in a couple of weeks we'll head back to the United States and do a couple of flights there. So We'll be taking a little break, 2 or 3 weeks to retool here on this stream, but make sure you check out our other partners. Of course, Charlie 31, who's flying with us on his stream, Captain Drum, and of course Pat 738 on his. So I know you guys will probably miss me for a couple of weeks. I just got back, right? But yeah, we'll get back together and start at the 1st of February and knock out 11 exciting months of streaming here on the Bravo stream. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned the seatbelt sign off. We do recommend you remain seated and your seatbelt loosely fastened during the flight. If you are using a blanket, we kindly ask you fasten your seatbelt over your blanket so it is visible to the cabin crew. Our in-flight meal service will commence shortly, prepared by our 5-star Michelin chef and crew at our home base of operations in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Please refer to your personal menu cards for details concerning the meal, drink options, wine pairings, and more. If there is anything we can do to make your flight more comfortable, please feel free to press the crew call button overhead, and one of us will be happy to assist you. Thank you.
Okay, guys, we are climbing up through 15,000 feet. We are going to have a cruise altitude of flight level 370, 37,000 feet. So we're about a little less than halfway there. We're going to be shooting over. This flight is about an hour and 40 minutes, plus or minus, so not a bad little flight at all. Then we've got a quick turn, and then the next flight is about an hour and 15. So we're looking at about 3.5 hours total this evening if you stay with us the entire time. Like I mentioned, it's 2 of us right now. I just heard from Jet Fixer that he may be joining us at the next stop, so that'll be nice. That stop is actually at, I believe, 18,000 feet. We'll check here in a bit. Get that altimeter set to standard here. We'll see here in just a bit. I'm going to look at the charts and make sure, but that's high altitude procedures, which means that we're going to turn on the APU, turn off the bleed and the engines. So at 18,000 feet, it's very difficult for the engines to understand why they're landing, basically. So we have to do some things that are a little different. That also means the air is much thinner. Means our aircraft just kind of handles differently. So there are a couple of things that we'll do. As a matter of fact, here in a moment, I will pull up the procedures and share them with you. So stand by. I'm looking for them now. I haven't forgotten you guys. Okay guys, so at the top of descent for our high altitude, so we've got to select our altitude land, switch to on. We're going to set our landing indicator for 10,900 feet, so it's 10,900, and we are going to click on the anti-ice if we need it. We will select the terrain switch on and make sure that we have no engine bleed and we do start the APU. And we'll carry on our normal checklist from descent. But that all starts at the top of descent, which is pretty kind of early. So our transition level will be advised by ATC what the altimeter is, and at 20,000 feet we will flip on the flap inhibit switch, and then we will at 16,000 feet we'll do the auto brake 3 with no engine bleed landing. Make sure that the APU and the cabin pressure is stabilized. So there are a couple of things that we are going to do. Carry out normal landing checklist, flaps 3, and gear down. So we'll make sure we're at flaps 3. We're going to keep some speed, and that goes again to the altitude that we're going to be landing in as well. So we need to keep that speed because there's not going to be a lot of lift, and yeah, so this is going to be a little bit of a challenge for sure. We've got our trusty EFB here. We are just taking out right now. We're coming out of India basically, and I believe we're going to China. Okay. Yeah, so so we're at 26,000. We got about 10,000 feet more to go. I'm going to make sure that you guys have a little bit of music and maybe pop outside, take some cool pictures, and then we'll come back in. So thanks again for flying with us here on Bravo 737. I am Captain Russell. If you've never heard or met me before, we're starting at 2025. So I'm going to pop outside as I mentioned and enjoy the flight. If you guys have any questions or comments, please throw them in the chat. I'd love to hear from you while I'm flying, and yeah, if I can answer any questions about our flight tonight or anything else, let me know. Actually, guys, I need to jump outside and take care of First Officer Dakota. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry for that. Sometimes First Officer Dakota doesn't know when the natural brakes are in our flights, so talked to him about that on the Union source there. So. Thanks, Arcade Mac. Okay guys, let's top a climb. So we have made it.
Howdy ladies and gentlemen, I'm Captain Russell, Bravo 737 Chief Pilot. We are joined today with your First Officer Cindy. Looks like we have good weather ahead, a few clouds with moderate storms to the east. Should be a good flight. On behalf of your flight crew, welcome aboard.
Guys, we're just cruising around at this point. Okay, guys, we are cruising. We are cruising like nobody's business. So we're doing well. We're a little short of halfway. Kind of some cool stuff that's happened while we were gone. The folks over at Navigraph and VATSIM have finally talked and spoken and connected. And now you can track traffic and air traffic control on the Navigraph, which is cool. Well, guys, tell me about your Happy New Year. We had a good New Year here in Oklahoma. We had really nice weather, had some good time with family. I was able to create what's called a nacho bar, which I enjoyed the heck out of it. So post up on the chat for me or in the comments and let me know what you did. Okay, we got the call from on the altimeter. Okay guys, we're just putting in some of our landing information here. Captain Hawk was nice enough to convey that to us. He's about 60 miles in front of us. So we're gonna follow him in. We've also increased our speed a bit, so we're doing 0.81 Mach, which is pretty good. I mean, if you think about speed of sound, we are doing 81% of the speed of sound. We're doing B+ work on the speed of sound. Not too bad, for sure. And if we play our cards right, we'll have a third pickup there for a flight of 3 into Parrellel. So yeah, this will be fun. So this is the high altitude side of this. I ran down earlier in the stream, but this will be everything from the APU coming on to flaps 3. A lot of procedures. Our decision height. So we'll be landing at 10,900 feet, which I'm going to put that in now that I say that. So that landing altitude is normally like, I don't know, 400. In Colorado, it would be like 5,700, so mile high, right? 5,780. Here, it's 10,900, so it's twice as high as Colorado, as Denver, for the landing altitude. Which, if you think about it, it's nuts. Like, that's crazy. So basically, 10,900. Yeah, close. So we're at 37,000 feet. That means that basically, I'm going to try to use my Mr. Rogers skills here. As we are flying, the ground is coming up to meet us. So instead of us really having to descend 37,000 feet, we're going to descend 27,000 feet. And, you know, by like, 18,000, 15,000? So half of that distance, we'll be ready to land. That's 5,000 feet off the ground. So the same thing happens when you're going from the eastern United States towards Denver, is that you may start out and fly up to like a flight level, 20,000 feet, right? But when you're flying into Denver, as you continue to go west, the altitude of the ground above sea level comes up to meet you. So you're going to start at 20,000, but you're really at like 14,000 feet, plus or minus. So when they say descend to 9,000 feet, well, you're not at 9,000 feet. It's the difference. It's 5,780 minus 9,000, so a little over, whatever that is, 3,000 feet, 3,300 feet, 3,220. So same principle, although on a much greater level. So that's why the air is so thin. We're basically above where humans can breathe comfortably. At 10,000 feet in the aircraft is when we basically make sure all of the oxygen's working. We make sure that the aircraft is pressurized. All of those things. Well, we're landing at that level. So hopefully I didn't give you an over-dramatic explanation, but it is a way to explain, like, hey, these are very, very skilled landings. You may not think that, but think about landing on an aircraft carrier in the middle of the air. That's kind of what we're doing. So with a tube liner, with a Boeing 737. So it's pretty difficult. Hope you enjoy. Hope we don't crash, right? So yeah, it should be fun. Okay, guys, we are just flying our tails off here. We're 168 miles from the next waypoint, so we got a little bit to go. Haven't done it lately. I want to talk a little bit about my swag. If you guys have not checked out, I am in some official Bravo 737 merch, some gear, if you will. Make sure you check it out on our website if you have a little bit of Christmas money left. Cool. You know what? Tax season is coming up, and you may have a little bit extra, and you want to look a little fly, you want to get a little drip. Yeah, nothing wrong with a little Bravo 737 drip to kind of show off your colors a little bit. So yeah, check it out. It's on our website, bravo737.com. Up at the top, it just says official gear, Top Gear. Check it out. Get it. It's nice. Yeah, so guys, I am cruising. I've got a tailwind of 115 knots from the west-southwest, so you can see we're getting buffeted pretty hard. A lot of it has to do with these mountains, obviously. These mountains are amazing. They've got snow caps, and they're going to be hot and cold, and we are experiencing it at 37,000 feet, so that's a pretty decent little hit, at this high. So we are cruising, as I mentioned, 0.80 Mach, because we didn't want to overspeed, but yeah, we'll see how this works. Bad news is that we did get word that Captain Hawk in Charlie 31 did have a crash to desktop, so I'm not sure where he's going to respawn, if he's going to just meet us there or not. And then we've got Jet Inspector, who is waiting for us there as well at Lhosa. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Thanks for being here, guys. Hey Crazy Cat, welcome man. Sorry we had our chat is doing a little something wonky. I've been watching it, but yeah, so good to see you out here. I'm glad you made it home safely, and whoa, we got a serious problem. So stand by with me here, Crazy Cat. Your craft is trying to right itself here. Yeah, so if we had peanuts today, we wouldn't be able to use them at all. It's a bad deal. We would be locking things down for sure. As a matter of fact, I think we're going to give ourselves a little bit of turbulence notification. Stand by, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, while we are passing through an area of turbulence, the captain has turned on the seatbelt sign. We request all passengers to return to their assigned seat and fasten their seatbelts immediately. Thank you.
Mr. Crazy Cat, make sure you fasten those seatbelts for sure, man. I appreciate it. Well, we are getting tossed around, guys, for sure. Okay guys, we are topper descent, so we are descending into Lhosa now. We are going to go through our checklist and stand by. Okay, so we select high altitude land switch on. Got it. That horn is going to call beep as soon as we get there, so just FYI everybody. Land indicator 10,900 feet. Sure. I think it's closer to 11, but we'll do theirs. Anti-icing as required. Go ahead and hit the anti-icing, let it tell us we don't need it. Train switch on. Train switch on. That's good. Normal descent procedures, approach list complete, transition level. Fair enough. Okay guys, we're just preparing for the approach, and I'm going to focus here a little bit. This is obviously a pretty difficult approach. Man, everything seems so washed out. I don't know why. Maybe it's not where you're looking, but anyway, we are on the descent. We'll be watching here a bit. So thanks again for being with us. Make sure that you do check us out online, bravo737.com, and our Facebook Thursday Night Flight Club, and our Bravo Facebook. So. Guys, look at this. This is gorgeous. This is just gorgeous scenery. Look at that. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, pretty view. Mr. I almost called you Pretty Cat. Mr. Crazy Cat, you're absolutely right. This is a stunning view coming in here. So, oh my lord, we'll see. We will see how it goes.
Shadow 69 on descent into Lhosa. How about now?
Ladies and gentlemen, as we make our final descent, please stow laptop computers and similarly sized electronic devices. Small, portable electronic devices may continue to be used in airplane mode, but must be secured for the remainder of the flight. Please ensure all carry-on items are completely under the seat in front of you or in an overhead bin, leaving the area around your feet clear. Please raise your seat back and tray table to the full upright and locked position and fasten your seat belt. We will come by one last time to pick up cups, cans, newspapers, and any other trash. Thank you.
Okay, guys, look, there's our friend Captain Hawk at our 12 o'clock. He is going to he's indicated that he's going to go to okay, so he is going to orbit here at Charlie Indigo 28 Romeo, which is the next waypoint, about 4 miles out. And
Ice 26, Shadow 69, 122.8. Ice 26, are you 555? Thank you.
yeah, so something. Okay guys, we have the airfield in sight. We're going to go ahead and drop the gear and slow down here a bit. Gorgeous weather today, guys. Gorgeous weather. We're going to go ahead and just drop in. We got 28 right in front of us. So it's going to be great. We're gonna nail this. So thanks for being there. We're 18 miles out. So from there we go. Okay, I'm going to take over the aircraft. It's my aircraft. Okay guys, we're going to go right over Lhosa, downtown Lhosa. I am going to get some more speed here. We're doing well.
769 joining the ILS runway 28 right Lhosa.
There's our buddy right behind us. We had a little bit of a simulator scenery mismatch deal. There's a pitch field, soccer field, downtown. 1,000 feet stabilized. Around altitude set.
Flight slow. Flight slow. 500. Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow. Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate. Airspeed full. Airspeed full. 20. 10.
Traffic Shadow 69 ILS, right, on time.
Okay guys, for better or worse, we made it. Okay, guys, after we see Captain Hawk land here, we're actually going to kind of reset a little bit, and we're going to restart. We've got some kind of bugs that are going on, so we need to refile a flight plan anyway. So when I throw that BRB up, I'll be doing some of that behind the scenes. Hopefully next round will be a little more seamless. But other than that, we've had a good flight. So thank you for being here. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you being here, and like I said, like that little quirk there, I've got to work out because I should be able to do some other stuff. So anyway, neither here nor there. Every flight has a little bit of a something, but I am glad to be back here with you. It has been a while since I've been on camera, and First Officer Dakota has been doing a great job holding down the fort. But yeah, so I'm going to shut up and let Captain Hawk land, and then we will be back in just a bit.
And what is Bravo 737? Welcome aboard our online community. We are flight simulation enthusiasts offering vectors to approach through online flying events, free livery downloads, flight simulation news and information, as well as our own line of flight sim-inspired apparel and custom livery design for aircraft in both X-Plane and Microsoft 2020. A place where individuals can gain a voice, share their photos, and truly exchange ideas and experiences about flight simulation. For more information about Bravo 737, watch our streams, visit our social media channels, and land on our website at bravo737.com.
Yeah. Okay, guys, we are back. So, we changed airplanes. We're a little behind everybody, so, but I'm going to program and get going here. Okay guys, we're almost ready. We're almost programmed ready for pushback. The number 2 plane behind us is just departing now, so we're really not that far behind.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will be closing the doors soon. Federal regulations require that all large, portable electronic devices must be turned off, unplugged, and stowed at this time. If you plan to use an approved lightweight device during the flight, now is the time to make sure the device is set in airplane mode or the cellular service is turned off. If it becomes necessary, the captain may request that all devices be turned off during flight. Larger devices such as laptop computers must be stowed prior to pushback, either in a bag under the seat in front of you or in an overhead bin. At this time, please ensure your seatbelt is securely fastened, your tray tables and seat backs are up and locked. We will be underway shortly, and thank you once again for flying on this Bravo 737 charter flight.
Okay guys, we're going to push back and fire up some engines and get out of here. So the number 2 aircraft has taken off, and we're a little faster, a little lighter, a little smaller. So I'm hoping, or counting on that, I'm going to flip this up, counting on that to get us where we need to be pretty quickly. So we're going to push back and go from there. Just let number 2 with fuel.
Pushback complete. Parking brake set.
Welcome aboard Bravo 737. My name is Peter, and the rest of the crew, Lindsay and Ruth, are excited to have you on board. We are here to ensure your flight is safe and comfortable. Please refer to the safety card located in the seat pocket in front of you, and focus your attention on the video screen in the headrest as the video will explain the safety features of this Boeing 737 aircraft.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Bravo 737, your ticket to soaring the skies with confidence. As we prepare for takeoff in this Boeing 737, we kindly ask for your attention to our safety announcement. Buckle up, because safety is our top priority, and we're about to...
Okay guys, we're gonna go ahead and taxi out of here.
That's novel. Our seatbelts are not just accessories, they're your trusty sidekicks during turbulence. When the seatbelt sign illuminates, please return to your seat and fasten your belt securely. If you're feeling rebellious, remember that gravity is the ultimate villain. In case of sudden cabin depressurization, oxygen masks will drop from the ceiling like unexpected plot twists. Secure your own mask before assisting others. Breathe deeply, as if you've just discovered the final clue in a mystery novel. Look around. You'll find emergency exits like secret passages in a castle. Count the rows to the nearest exit, because you never know when you'll need to escape like a spy fleeing a covert mission. Remember, the nearest exit might be behind you, just like that plot twist. Your life vest is your flotation device with literary buoyancy. In the unlikely event of a water balloon, inflate it by putting the red towel. It won't turn you into a character. Instead, you'll be ready to swim like an antagonist chasing you. Smoking is prohibited. You absolutely must light up. Consider doing it with your phone. Ignite the passion, spark the creativity, set a fire. We're not making Thank you for choosing Bravo 737. Our crew is here to assist you, just like loyal sidekicks in an epic quest. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. And remember, life is an adventure, so let's ride
this is exciting.
one altitude at a time.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will soon be cleared for takeoff. Please ensure your seatbelt is fastened low and tight. Tray tables and seat backs are upright and locked, and all carry-on items remain stowed. Small handheld items may be held or secured. We will be turning off the cabin lights for departure. Your reading light is above you. The crew will be making one final pass through the cabin.
Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for takeoff.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will soon be cleared for takeoff. Please ensure your seatbelt is fastened low and tight. Tray tables and seat backs are upright and locked, and all carry-on items remain stowed. Small handheld items may be held or secured. We will be turning off the cabin lights for departure. Your reading light is above you. The crew will be making one final pass through the cabin. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we will soon be cleared for takeoff. Please ensure your seatbelt is fastened low and tight. Tray tables and seat backs are upright and locked, and all carry-on items remain stowed. Small handheld items may be held or secured. We will be turning off the cabin lights for departure.
Here we go guys, we're gonna get out of here. It's gonna be a long trip, so a long departure, so hang with us. Toga. Okay, we're out of here. Yeah, that mountain range is cool. All this is a really fun area, isn't it, Crazy Cat? A little slower. I'm in the 736 now. I'll throw that up here in just a second. So everybody, we have switched aircraft for our final leg here. Couple things. I just love this little rocket ship. It's 737-600. It has the distinction of actually having wider wings than it is longer fuselage, and it is a rocket. I'm not going to be flying for the next 3 weeks, as I mentioned before in the previous part of our stream. So I wanted to do this one, and we're flying into a really cool little airport called Parrellel. I haven't tracked the traffic yet, but there were a lot of aircraft before there. Yeah, there's still a lot of aircraft going in there, so it'll be interesting. There'll be some good traffic. That's the little village that Captain Hawk was talking about. It's pretty cool. Bear with me, guys. We're working out some waypoints with all this traffic. Stand by, guys. As we're just having to rework all these systems. So basically, if you look at the stream, what I'm doing is all of these little waypoints, which are right here. Back in the old days, you literally had to put all of these in, believe it or not. Now they're generated from a lot of different things, obviously GPS, and then VOR tracking or whatever, blah blah blah. Honestly, I don't know exactly. It has to do with nav data. I think that nav data is held in a database and it's downloaded in what's called an ARAC system or ARAC cycle, which there are just some tweaks to it every cycle, which is once a quarter, I believe. And then they dump it into the computer, and then that connects to the mainframe, to the airplane, and then connects to the satellites, blah, blah, blah. But basically, without going too deep into it, you can see on the ACT route side, on the left-hand side there, it says like PR722 or Papa Romeo 722. So that's the waypoint name, which is actually awful. Let me see if I can find one that's better. Yeah, so there's one that's DEBJI, D-E-B-J-I, or Delta Echo Bravo Juliet Indigo. So above it is a number. It's 257 with a little 0. That's actually 257 degrees. So that's what you would basically be pointing the aircraft at if you couldn't find it. If for some reason you're having difficulty with your, navigation system, whatever, blah blah blah. The next number over is 24.8 NM, November Mike, or nautical miles. So that's from that point. That's 24.8 nautical miles there. What it's telling me is I should be at 0.783 Mach, in other words, almost 0.8 of the Mach speed, and at flight level 280, in other words, I need to be at 28,000 feet. So basically what I'm doing is I'm going to make sure I check off all those little breadcrumbs, they're waypoints, breadcrumbs, throughout the flight, just to make sure that I'm on target, there's no problem, blah, blah, blah. That's what the magic magenta line does for us, is it basically tracks that as well. So as you can see, we're inbound to BT, Bravo Tango, which is right there. Should be on heading 218, which if you look up at this screen here, the primary flight display, and then the upper display monitor, display unit, Right here it's 218, and we've got about 67 miles to go before we get there, so about 70 miles. We should be flying at flight level 280, so if we go over here to the PFD here, it shows we should be at 280. We're at 2790, which is fluctuating, and our speed should be 775, and we're at 0.773. Now you might say like, oh, why are you at 0.774 now instead of 775, which it's asking? Because if you go back up here to the upper display unit, the upper panel here, you'll see at the top left-hand corner that there's a 271, now 272/93. That means that we are getting 93 knots of headwind in our face from the west, from 270. So our aircraft is always adjusting for that. So now it's at 276, so it's actually sped up. It's got some power. Now it's going to bleed back, so on and so forth. So the aircraft is always working. So these little throttle handles are always working. Now, candidly, in the sim itself, it's not working very much. If you could actually see the throttle panels in next to me, like physical ones, they're always moving. Like they're always undulating. They're always trying to keep pace, so on and so forth. I mean, it's like the aircraft is alive. And so anyway, so it's a terrible view from there, but it gives everyone kind of an insight on exactly, you know, what's going on, what's happening, so on and so forth. So it's kind of neat. It's just a way to learn a little bit more about what's going on in the aircraft. So there's data points that are coming to the pilot at all times. So, you know, obviously the gross data point, the main data point is this, like, oh, okay, the sky is up and the ground is down and we're moving forward, right? I mean, that's base. The next is when you look at some of these instruments. Okay, so, you know, same thing where you can see the sky is up, the ground is down. Hang in there. You know, so there are a lot of different things that are happening that the pilot will be looking at. So we're actually starting to get some traffic from other aircraft in the area that are not part of our group. Unfortunately, they're using kind of text, and it's pretty annoying because we're using voice, and that's more real. But yeah, so we'll see how it all goes. But we expect that there'll be several aircraft when we arrive here in Parrellel. So. Okay, guys, we'll see what happens here. Guys, we're going to be coming into it here pretty soon. These are going to be some pretty heavy-duty peaks. As you can see, the mountain terrain is treacherous. We'll be basically flying into the canyon and landing. So this will be fun, but it's going to be a little bit of a test for sure. So we're going to make a right-hand turn here in a minute. Right-hand test here in a minute. Okay, guys, we're anxiously waiting. Number 1 aircraft is approaching the runway. Number 2 aircraft is saying they have some flight sim issues. We'll see. And we're number 3. Okay, we are on our descent. That does not mean much other than it's now time to basically go in the canyon like Luke Skywalker and see if we can find an airport. So once again, we have several folks in the area. Okay guys, here we go. We've got a ton of waypoints, so it's like 3 miles, 2 miles, 1 mile, 1 mile, 1 mile. They're just trying to keep us all on track, so we're trying to slow down to 235 knots, and we'll see if we're successful.
eastbound traffic, Cobalt 7 Medical going around.
Level 555, expect to land on runway 15, 1 minute.
Bison 60 go around from runway 15, climbing right turn.
Okay guys, we're coming into the valley here for the approach. We're getting closer. So we're at about 185 knots. It looks like we're about, I don't know. Like 15 miles plus or minus. I keep waiting to see the actual runway. I think it's down this valley here, but anyway, we'll see when we come across. Yeah, so it's actually probably in the valley across the way, so.
Bison 60 on final for 15.
Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain. Pull up. Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain. Caution, terrain, terrain. Pull up. 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 Terrain, terrain. One pound. Sink rate. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Terrain, terrain. Pull up. Terrain, terrain. Pull up. Terrain, terrain. Pull up. Pull up.
There you go, guys. Final approach.
Pull up. Pull up. Terrain, terrain. 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 Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Terrain, terrain. 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 Pull up.
Okay, guys, this is going to be a little touchy. We'll see what we get.
Terrain, terrain. Pull up. 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 Terrain, terrain.
Here we go.
Pull up. Terrain, terrain. 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 Pull up. Too low, flaps. Terrain, terrain. Pull up. Terrain, terrain. Pull up, pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
You know what they say. A good landing is a landing you can walk away from.
Okay, guys, I think we made it. I don't know if that was a sim skip or not, but we made it here, so that's all that matters. So guys, we made it, believe it or not. Thank you so much for watching the stream. I am so glad that this is our first stream together. And I want to appreciate, thank everyone. I am going to be off for 3 weeks, but please watch the other members, Charlie 38, Charlie 31, Pat 738, and then make sure you check out Captain Drum. So, and then of course if Arcade Mac is around, check him out as well. So yeah, anyway, I want to thank you guys for being here. Check out Bravo 737 and all the other stuff. So we'll see you in about 3 weeks. Have a great one. Talk to you soon.